Welcome to Deep Dive Daily.
Good morning to everyone except the scorer in Edmonton for revising the final score on the empty netter to make sure that Connor McDavid gets an assist on what was clearly an unassisted, inconsequential empty net goal. I've watched that goal 5 times this morning, Andy.
Tried to tell you.
Well,
Goal
I didn't know that
assists.
everybody, yeah.
Do you not know about assists in hockey? They're nuts.
Oh.
As far as like who they give it to, like they'll go back 5 minutes. Well, he passed it to him. We're giving him a secondary assist.
Okay, when you get a chance, watch that empty netter. First of all, it's not easy to find that clip because who cares? It was 3-1 and it was over. It's basically it's a full length of the rink goal, and I mean, I guess possibly it touched McDavid before the ultimate goal scorer got control and fired away the empty netter. But to call that an assist is a true reach. And so McDavid retains the points lead for the playoffs with 24 among skaters. Okay. We're going to have to do this the hard way, I guess. And I don't have a lot to talk about in sports. There's obviously some developments, but of no consequence in the French Open so far. Casper Ruud is out after a completely gutless third and fourth set against Nico Borges. I'm guessing Ruud was hurt. I don't know. But in 26 minutes, Borges wins set 3-6-1 to take a commanding lead 2-1 in the match, and then in 27 minutes dispatches Ruud 6-0. So the lost season of Ruud carries on.
It would not, if Ruud came out today and said he has like some terminal illness or
do you know some of the background?
Like
right?
he has something that is like making him retire from tennis altogether. I wouldn't be surprised. It was pretty rough.
You know what happened to him here last year, right? He withdrew in the semifinal match against Alexander Zverev, and people were like, my God, he looks sick. Is he okay? And it turned out he had some sort of viral illness, but it was like, it was literally like some sort of bug. And he has not been the same since.
It's kind of like Kristaps Porzingis.
A little bit.
Like that guy's sick and just nobody knows. No discussion on Stefan Diggs flirting with people. Honestly, I'd like to know what was in that bag in the video. I think there's a video of him and just this bag of drugs, man. Plus, you never want to be on a boat if you're a football player. We have the Giants boat picture. We have the Vikings sex boat party. Yeah, that's no good comes of being on a boat when you're in the NFL, guys. Yeah, it was pink Coke or bath salts. Who knows?
Casper Ruud's illness, by the way, was a parasitic infection that gave him a stomach ailment that has completely taken apart his career. How about that? The Indiana Pacers one victory away from a finals appearance. I'm a little nervous tonight about the Thunder punching their ticket. I think they do it. I hope they do it.
How are you nervous? Like they'd have to lose 3 straight games.
Because they're giving up a lot of open looks at 3. They're not making it hard for the Wolves to hang.
Yeah. I think just the Wolves having a bad coach and being a little overmatched, and SGA being, an absolute garbage foul merchant. They're not gonna. You know what? The funniest thing I saw it. I don't even remember. No, it's awful. It's awful to watch him play. It is. Even last round when I didn't care as much, those were good games. He isn't fun to watch. He's not a fun player to watch. As good as he is and as many numbers as he puts up, it kind of sucks. But the funniest thing, and I do not remember the context, I can only remember 3 words from the entire tweet, but they called him Shane Gillis Alexander.
That's good.
I don't know why nobody thought of that before. It made me laugh. It doesn't even make sense, but it made me laugh quite a bit.
Yeah. It was another funny nickname that caught my attention today. In the NFL chat, somebody was sharing news about Colts mini camp and the Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones competition gets going in sincereness, in sincerity. I don't know. And Daniel Jones has a nickname, Andy.
I missed it.
Indiana Jones. He is now Indiana Jones.
Uh,
We shall see if that sticks or if he is the bench captain, which is kind of my opinion. I sort of feel like they brought him in to not really be much of a threat. Did you,
in the 4-win season.
pretty terrible. He was pretty terrible. Indiana Jones in the 4-win season. Indiana Jones, and we're getting the first overall pick to get our training.
Indiana Jones in the Temple of Tank.
That's nice. I like that.
It.
I like that. That works. All right. The rest of Roland Garros pretty chalky today. Nice salvage of a threat from Svitolina against Bondar. Bondar was playing out of her mind well, I thought, and Svitolina made the key points when she needed. We got Iga Raducanu going on now, and that'll be an interesting match. Very much looking forward to. I don't think I have any other bets today, actually. Tomorrow, though, I laid the wood on Veronika Kudermetova. We got a Kudermetova situation, Andy. She's taking on Barbora Krejcikova, the Wimbledon champion from last year, who, if you saw her play in round 1, cannot move. And that is going to be a problem against a player who, loses against the good, but can beat the immobile, the infirm.
She can set up. So. She can set up points.
Yeah.
Point. It takes someone who's not just going to push it back. Because you can win if you're a better player. If you're immobile, you can still win.
That's why. That's how she's here.
Yeah, against a pusher, but somebody who has solid point construction and can move you around the court, you could get cooked.
Yeah,
Veronica, maybe I'll join you then. I don't have a lot of bets this week.
I am expecting that Iga ultimately wins this 6-3, 6-2 or something like that. If Raducanu shows fight, it's going to be somewhat surprising. She was fine in round 1, but I don't really rate her on clay, honestly. Raducanu is my. Let me see. God damn it, she's way down my list. Hang on. Hold on. I must have passed her. Where the hell is she? Raducanu. She is my 25th best women's tennis player on clay. Yeah, not that great. That said, you never know with Iga. If something gets in her head, then things go sideways pretty quickly. So we'll see. The rest of sports, I don't have much to say. I think we pretty much know where our NBA and NHL finals are heading now.
The Prairie provinces. That's a long flight from Edmonton to, the southeast.
You know who has already got that figured out, though? The logistics teams for the Oilers and the Panthers, because they did it last year.
That's fair.
And I think everybody flies their own private jet now. Pretty sure.
I don't think if you're heading to finals game,
if you got that oil money,
you're like, hey, we're taking Delta.
If you get that oil money, you're just flying your private jet, I assume. I'm assuming the Edmonton Oilers have oil money since they have Oilers in the name. Champions League final on Saturday. We got PSG Inter. I was surprised PSG is as heavy a favorite as they are, but I also have no idea how to handicap international soccer, club soccer. So no opinion. Andy?
Yeah, I'll cheer for the Italians.
Yes, same. I think
I can't cheer for French people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Inter. We're pulling for Inter. We're Viva Milan. I'm assuming that's their battle cry. No,
I probably Forza.
Oh, Forza, yeah.
I'm guessing Viva.
Yeah,
Viva
Forza.
would be probably more French.
Forza, yes, Forza Milan.
Look at that. We're cheering against Giorgio's 45-1 ticket. Sorry.
He's got PSG? Oh, sorry, yeah. Giorgio.
Maybe
I would have guessed with a name like Giorgio Migliaccio, you would be pulling for
value knows no borders.
No, yeah. That's a great point. I still I don't know much about Inter Milan except their nicknames include Il Bisione, which is the big grass snake. The big grass snake.
That's what the Disney movie The Big Green was based upon, I believe.
Is it?
No, but I mean, it sounds like it. That's the only soccer movie I can think of. There's not a lot of soccer movies over here, is there? Bend It Like Beckham.
Mm. No, yeah, there's really not very many. The one with the guys in the Nazi prison. You remember that one? Sly Stallone.
Ladybugs. With Rodney Dangerfield. Is that the one?
That's the one in the Nazi
I
prison.
think we're
yeah.
thinking of two different movies, possibly. And
Anyway,
actually, one of my favorite holiday movies, Joya Noel. They play soccer.
I forget the name of the one I'm thinking of, but I feel like Victory maybe or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway,
The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Sly Stallone soccer movie. Victory,
Sly
a
Stallone
1981
was in-
film. Pele is in it. Michael Caine. Andy, you've never seen this? Max
No.
von Sydow?
Max von
Really?
Sydow was in everything in the 80s.
The head of a German POW camp, soccer enthusiast Karl von Steiner, played by Max von Sydow, organizes a match between Nazi players and their allied captives, orchestrated as a way to push the Third Reich agenda. The high-profile game is set to feature an international team led by John Colby, Michael Caine,
What year
a
did this
veteran
come out?
British
Now,
player, while the team, which also includes Luis Fernandez, Pele, of Trinidad, trains for the match. Robert Hatch, Sylvester Stallone, plans a dangerous mass escape from the camp.
What year did this come out?
July 30th, 1981. Directed by John Huston.
The Longest Yard, 7 years prior. Feels like a pretty strong ripoff, guys.
I mean, we turned up the stakes, though, Andy. This was a Nazi propaganda.
They were going to
campaign.
shoot Paul Crew. That's such a good film.
Anyway, let's talk a little. I don't have anything else on sports.
Did you take the points tonight with the Wolves, or what do you think of that total? Honestly,
too low. I think the small ball Thunder are winning this with offense. I'd be surprised if this is a defensive, a win via defense, unless the Timberwolves just completely let go of the rope down 30 or something. Then the total is going to be in jeopardy. But I think Oklahoma City gets 120 points here, and I think Minnesota's flirting with 110. So
all right, Kudermetova parlayed with the over.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what. Nothing else on sports for me. Let's talk a little television. The Last of Us season 2 was a complete bust. It's well-made television. That finale was fucking terrible. I am honestly appalled that the showrunners made the decisions that they made in this season 2 at any stage, right? Like why you would put your the crown jewel of your season in episode 2 and then deflate it like that is very strange.
I think they had, you're working with the source material and you kind of got to do what you got to do.
Yes, so, but sometimes when the source material is not very good, what you have to do? You have to elevate it. And it feels like they tacked a little too hard into servicing the hardcore fans, the source material. And I gotta tell you what I don't really give a shit about a war between the wolves and the fucking Scar people. I don't care about this at all. You know what? I definitely didn't want to not see the revenge exacted at the end of that episode. And I don't think that you can realistically expect people to get on board with Ellie as a lead when she is such a kind of an overconfident brat. She's here, she's with us by luck at every stage to this point. She's not, actually kind of conducting, any kind of impressive badass campaign here. Ironically, Abby is a badass, and I guess I'm kind of interested in a season 3 where they're kind of tell us her story, I suppose. But I already hate her so much for killing Joel that I don't really want to spend any time with her.
So I've heard that her arc is nice, and that's how the game works, where you play as her. She's like a playable character. After
this,
a game
I would not play.
I know. I don't play many games. Honestly, I'm trying to think. I'm still playing. I've beaten Zelda.
Sure.
Obviously, but I still just play it once in a while, and I'll still play Hades, even though I've beaten that 100 times.
Nice.
I just play the same games. I bet that might be something we need. I need a recommendation And it can't be for a number 2. I'm probably just getting the Switch 2 for Christmas. Like,
Oh, okay.
because the demand's so high right now, so they're hard to get, which is a pain that I'm not really like wanting to deal with. And
Sure.
also, just what a perfect Christmas present. So I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
it
be
really
like,
is.
we'll get a Switch 2 because I did the Switch for Christmas. It was great. It went over well. So my kid will get this. Hopefully, he's not a podcast listener. He doesn't have a phone, but yeah, he'll just get a Switch for Christmas, a Switch 2. So I am very excited about like an open world Mario Kart game. That looks
Okay.
extremely fun and something I will play way too much. But
Yeah.
yeah, I need a new game for the Switch. I don't know what to
Yeah.
play.
Here's some other random criticisms. I could not take myself out of some of the convenience of the plot that they wrote for season 2, right? Like Jesse just showing up when he did to kill all of the crazy zombie mushroom people in that warehouse. Number one, like, tell me more about what's going on with the mushroom people right now. But that's the part of the story I'm the most interested in, clearly, right? Like they're evolving.
Exactly. So
yes,
in the final episode, I do not believe there was a single instance of a spore person.
No,
at all.
No. We're now completely divorced from that, which was the most interesting part of season 2 by far. A 7-episode season was a terrible decision in general. They could never really get the momentum going in terms of a plot for this season. I don't really feel like hanging out in Seattle, if we're being honest. Like the closing sequence of, they have a cool military setup at Quest Field. Cool.
Oh, Lumens
in Lumen Field. Cool. Like, okay. Like it missed in almost every way for me, honestly. And like there was some emotional high points of the season. Surely, I don't know what to take away from the scene where she lets the pregnant woman die. Like, what are we supposed to take away from this? Like, that this is just the moment is too big for this teenager and that she's still clearly a child. Like, I really, 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 it missed me in so many different ways. And that contrasts distinctly with something else, Andy. Unless you have any thoughts on Last of Us.
No, I'm kind of with you there. And
Okay.
yeah, it did feel some, and it's not like full Deus Ex Machina, but like, she's saved. Good. Again.
Yeah.
Weird.
The attack happened just as she was getting hung and gonna get it slashed open by the Scar
like multiple times.
Sure, boat capsized with a rogue wave in the
Puget
Tacoma
Sound.
Puget Strait. Yeah. But she floats to the shore. Okay, and how does she know how to swim? How does she know how to operate a boat, Andy? Like, has she?
That was
she
the
just
thing.
knows how to operate a boat. Okay, cool.
So, like, I was gonna say, I could take like 20 of my friends,
sure,
smart people, to a marina, and I feel like a lot of them couldn't get a boat started.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, so that's enough. Sorry, I probably should have qualified all that with spoiler alert, but it is too late. But no, here's the direct contrast. You ready for this? So we flipped from that to the episode 4 of 100-Foot Wave, which is the best show on television right now. 100-Foot Wave is so fucking good.
I've never even heard of it.
It is so good. It is a documentary about big wave surfing, and it is in season 3. And the technology that they get to film these guys doing what they're doing continues to get better every season. The narrative arc of all of the characters and their idiosyncrasies, and now tying it into like these like legendary experiences of like surfing a break at the Cortez Banks, like the competing in the Eddie I Cow. Like, these are unbelievably huge, kind of stories to tell, and they're telling them brilliantly. And it is like exceeding expectations.
What's it on?
HBO. And if you have never seen, HBO Max, if you've never seen any of 100-Foot Wave, then you are in for a treat, because there are 3 seasons. Season 1 is a very, very long time arc where it kind of tells you this, very incredible story about kind of achieving the impossible, surfing at Nazare. And then season 2 was equally entertaining. The characters are outstanding. And then season 3 has just been nuclear awesome, hot, like so good. And yeah, I could not praise it highly enough. It is such a good show, and every episode has promise and then exceeds, which is the opposite of The Last of Us. So Juxtaposed was
You could have given me
especially notable.
1,000 guesses on what show you were going to bring up next. It was not going to go with a documentary I've not seen or heard of.
Documentary series 100 Foot Wave is so good. And am I biased because I know and care about some of the kind of nuances of surfing culture? Sure. I'm a niche sport-aholic. I know this.
I read about it. It's like the magazine that Stephen Root has in Dodgeball. I read about it in Obscure Sport Quarterly.
I get that.
Yeah.
I'm right there with them. But I like, yeah, like particularly the Eddie Aikau episode. Oh my God. You know Eddie Aikau. You read the book.
Yeah.
You actually don't even need to see the rest of the series. You could just watch. I would recommend just watch season 3, episode 4. If you ever heard of the Cortez Banks in surfing, episode 3 of season 3 was like mind blowing. I cannot believe that they got the shots that they got at something that happens as rarely as it does with that crew and that with those guys there. Unfucking believable. But yeah, you should absolutely watch the season 3, episode 4. Just go right for it. It's the best episode of the entire series so far, and it was one of the best episodes of television I saw here. God damn, it was good.
Eddie would go.
Eddie would go. Eddie did go. Ironically, he did go.
Yeah.
And he probably shouldn't have, because the Coast Guard came.
Anyway. All right,
Anyway.
I'm not caught up on Andor. We can't discuss Andor because I'm still stuck in. I'm like 5 episodes in. I'm way behind. I've got to figure out a way. I got so much going on. The garden, everything is coming up right now. So when everything comes up in the garden, you got to thin it out. And
well, the good news is you got a lot of time to catch up this week because we're not going to have much sports on in the evenings.
Also, I may have found a unlimited money
glitch.
Infinite money glitch.
What?
Yeah. So I wanted raspberry bushes, and I bought some raspberry bushes, and it was expensive. I thought I paid a lot of money for some raspberry bushes. They put them in; they're growing fine. First year, they put out a nice. I got like a bowl full because they're pretty small. But still, I didn't expect to get fruit the first year.
Sure.
I thought they'd have
surprise.
To yeah, surprise. Now they're 3 times as big. Similar to strawberries, except strawberries go over the ground. Raspberry bushes put out sister plants under the ground.
Correct.
I have like 30 more raspberry plants. So I'm like,
you have a whole bramble.
I had to get rid of them because I don't have the room in that area for them. So I was digging them up and the whole damn root. And I'm like, I should just put this in a pot. I'll start a second raspberry pot. So I was like 30 of these. And I found all these pots that I just set aside, filled them with dirt. So I might it's like the tomato thing. And then suddenly you just double every year and suddenly you have 6.4 million raspberry plants that you're selling. So I might start a raspberry, I don't know what you call it, like an empire, honestly, at this point. We'll see if they even live now that I didn't put them in pots. But yeah, infinite money glitch, raspberries. I'm just excited to eat them.
Yeah, you got yourself a whole bramble gone. I like it.
Yeah, damn right.
All right, well, we can save Andor talk for when you are caught up. The only recommendation I have for you is as soon as you're done watching, make sure you time this where after you finish 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, you can watch Rogue One.
Just have Rogue One a time to set aside to watch Rogue One, and then inevitably New Hope. yes, because effectively season 1, season 2, and Rogue One, that was the trilogy, the prequel trilogy that was promised. I refuse to acknowledge the one that ends with Anakin Skywalker killing a bunch of children in what was effectively like the equivalent of a Newtown school massacre, and it done in like one of the most kind of clearly and well kind of governed
Younglings.
capital city. They had a school massacre in a capital city, and yet somehow we're expected to believe that Mon Mothma 20 years later is like the emperor's bad. No, I know, but like anyone surprised that the emperor is bad after he has his protege commit the grandest atrocity that has ever been committed in the city of Coruscant to that point in history? Like, okay. Anyway,
I started playing. I found by the way, I found the song from The Wedding Dance on Spotify. Just banged so hard. It's called Neamos, Morlana Club Remix.
The Morlana Club remix.
I'm not even kidding. It's so good. There's a couple versions of it. Either way, let's call it a day. We'll get to it when we get to it. Sorry, spoilers if you've not seen episode 2, 1, 3, 5.
They can wipe those from history, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
7, 8, 9 can go too. Those were trash.
They're fine. They're fine.
Terrible.
They're fine.
They reran A New Hope in episode 7 and pretended like it was a new movie. They literally just ran it back. They were like, "What if instead of 1 Death Star, there's 3?"
I mean, the original trilogy had 2 different Death Stars. And it wasn't a Death Star. It was like a sun thing, Death Sun. It was bigger. So don't worry about it, guys. Don't listen to Drew. It's fine. Andor's very good, though. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to get it finished up. I'll work on it tomorrow.
Andor is excellent. Yeah.
All right. See you guys. Good luck to. Yeah, I'm going to bet the over. I'm going to over 220.5. I'll bet Kuder Batova with you. And good luck to my golfers who are Victor Hovland, Ludwig Aber, and Substraka. And honestly, we bet Tommy. There's a 25-1 out there.
You get a real Scandinavian vibe going this week.
Yeah, very European. Smoking.
Good luck to them. Where are they playing golf?
Dublin.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Ohio.
That makes more sense. What?
Dublin, Ohio.
What?
Yeah, it's the memorial. Muirfield Village.